Alright, so this next one is called American Kings and Queens, Princes and Princesses. A lot of you might say there is no American kings and queens and princes, whatever. That would be incorrect. Because of the way your mind has been fooled, your perceptual skills have been fooled by something called what would hide behind. They do this all the time. They being the Franks, who have been infiltrating and occupying this country for years and ripping you off like you wouldn't believe. They have made you think that there are only, they like to tell half-truths. So there's a prince of this and a queen of that and a king of here and a queen of there. That may be true, but if you know the definitions, they hide these from you. To what those are, so are all families of said land masses. So what that means is if you were born an American sovereign, meaning on the land, on these North American homelands, we know to be the United States of America, or as you would know them to be. I know them a little bit differently, but I'll get to that. But for the most part, you're correct. You would be correct. That means that every man, natural woman, natural boy, and natural girl is American royalty. They would be an American king, an American queen, an American prince, and an American princess. Every single one of them. So don't let any of these constitutional changes, and I have a problem with that word constitution because it begins with a con. And yes, it seems to be, at least in my experience, that they have changed it. So, taking this as it is called, every single natural man and natural woman, natural boy, natural girl, that is born in this country, on this country, I should say. And you have a memorial, meaning a certificate of live birth. That's not the same thing as a birth certificate. I'm talking about a certificate of live birth. That is called a memorial. And that is proof that you were born live and are live if you're holding it yourself. You are an American king, American queen, an American prince or an American princess, and you are entitled to every bit of your estates, your inheritances, which you don't know about yet, and that is your banking privilege, your free, quote-unquote, free trade privileges. And yes, you are inherently, for lack of a better term, what is known as rich because you are able to issue your own capital. So, just to give you an example, an American sovereign, you know, they tend to, if somebody says no and tries to give you a little bit of lip about it, especially publicly, well, that would be defamation of character. If you do that and you file that properly, or actually it need only be from your kitchen table. I'll get to that later. But let's say you filed it in any kind of court. Please make sure you put ex parte on it and ex real. That means externally as well, and on behalf of all the other people of the United States of America. Well, you would be exercising your right, your privilege as an American sovereign. That's what the definition is. An American sovereign is one who exercises their rights. And you also need to, when you do that, you might want to let the judge know, you know, or the one who's acting like he's a judge or a judgette, that you're aware of heavy fraud taking place in the country and that you would like it to stop. That should be enough because the way they tried to get you is through misprision. What that means is you didn't do anything about it, so you're just as guilty. That would also be false, but that will put some kind of proof down to get you away from that. And then you are part of the American sovereign family. You are anyway. And yeah, that's what's going to be called American kings and queens, or American kings, American queens, American princes, and American princesses. Okay. I'll see you later.